What's up, Cowboy Nation and Cowboy Headquarters, and welcome to the Cowboy Huddle. All right, here we are. Cowboys win, Cowboys win, Cowboys win. 44-20. Well, good evening, everybody. Here we are. Hope everybody's doing well today, man. Here we are at 8:26. I know I said I was going to try to do a recap right after the game. Well, let's just say we was having a good time. We was having a good time, and time passed us up after the win, and we was celebrating and things like that. And you know what comes with celebrating, just having a good time, smoking cigars and getting your drink on and things like that. Matter of fact, this is juice. But man, let me tell you something. You know what? What's good to see? It's really good to see how here lately we've been scoring every quarter. I can go back to the time when, man, we didn't score to the third quarter. We only scored in the second quarter. We only scored in the first quarter. But, man, look at these stats, man. We scored 3 points in the first quarter, 14 points in the second quarter, 10 points in the third quarter, and 17 points in the fourth quarter. And a lot of this came from defensive plays, defensive takeaways. And here we are, Trevon Diggs with another interception. This makes 6 for this guy in 5 games. This guy's on a roll, man. But you know what I did know? I did not know that Trevon Diggs was a receiver at one time. He was a receiver just like his brother Stefan Diggs. And come to find out that Nick Saban had moved him from receiver to defensive back, to cornerback. And it's been mentioned that Trevon actually cried when they switched him over from offense to defense. But now Trevon Diggs thanks Nick Saban when he was at Alabama for switching him over from receiver to cornerback. So I guess that tells a lot about why he's as good as he is at cornerback, due to the fact that he was once a receiver. Then so in all season working out against his brother Stefon Diggs over at Buffalo, going up against him, in which we know Stefon Diggs is one of those receivers that is a straight baller. So I'm sure you know how that works. Big brother versus little brother. Little brother always had to, step up and have to prove himself. So I think just the competition between the two of these guys, it actually made Trevon Diggs a lot better. Again, I tell you what was classic, when a few times Daniel Jones kept trying to throw at him, and he walked up to the line of scrimmage. He went to shouting out something at the whole, I guess at the quarterback of the team, as if you keep throwing that ball that way, I'm gonna get one of those out the air. And which it wasn't from Daniel Jones. It was actually from what was his name? Gleeman, I think that was his name. But the backup quarterback. But man, it is great to see that we're scoring every quarter like we are. We putting up big numbers, 44 points. The score is kind of deceiving because basically the Giants came out to play a hard game. And I always say, when it's a divisional game like that, it's always going to be a tough game, a tough fought game. Regardless if you 1-4, you 4-1. Just divisional games are like that. And sure enough, the G-Man came out, tried to put up a fight. But we were successful, man. And big shout out to Dak Prescott, man. Prescott is actually putting all the questions to rest about how good he is. He dropped a few. He dropped a few passes in the pocket in the basket like it was nothing. The one I was really impressed with was the one. Well, it was two of them. Basically, I was impressed with the one he threw to C.D. Lamb. I mean, my gosh. Then he come back and he drops one over the shoulder to Cedric Wilson. So, I think we can kind of stop talking about what Dak is not that good. Dak is, he's still. Dak is actually on a mission, if you ask me. It just seems that Dak is on a mission to prove, not even just to prove to everybody else, but just to make himself better. We talking about $140 million man, that's out there, and he to basically say, I'm worth every penny of it. And right now, man, this guy is showing that it was the right choice to sign him to this contract. He upheld his part. He gave up one interception. It was due to a batted ball, and that's how the guy actually ended up getting that interception. But overall, man, let's go and look at some of these stats real quick. Starting with Dak. Dak had he was 22 of 32 for 302 yards, 3 TDs with one interception. Whoever got Dak on their fantasy league as a quarterback, man, y'all are killing it. Y'all are killing it with Dak. Which I would, if I could have picked up Dak as my quarterback, I definitely would with the weapons that he has to work with. But I did have Dalton Schultz. And I got to see how many points I got with Dalton Schultz. But Dalton Schultz, he showed up again and basically did what he's supposed to have done. I don't know what's going on with Blake Jarwin. Didn't see much of Blake Jarwin. Not sure if he's injured or what, but to see Dalton Schultz step up like he did was very impressive. But also we had another passer, which was 1 for 1 for 22 yards. Cedric Wilson threw to Noah Brown. It would have been a touchdown. Oh my gosh, it would have been a touchdown. He underthrew him a little bit, but Noah Brown was still able to come up with the ball. Oh my gosh, if he would have threw that ball ahead of him, that would have been a quick 6 points right down the field because with nobody back there with him. But so he got 1 for 1 for 22 yards. Ezekiel Elliott had 21 carries for 110 yards, another 100 yards. Matter of fact, this is his 47th game of 100 yards or plus. 47 games. That's the $90 million man. Worth a lot more than the $6 million man, if y'all know who the $6 million man is. Or was, anyway. Lee Majors, the $6 million man. That was my show. Tony Pollard had 14 carries for 75 yards. Dak Prescott ran twice for 6 yards. Kind of scared me, dude. Don't do that. Slide. We got to work on Dak Prescott. I got to work on his slides. His slides is terrible. Oh my gosh, like it's gonna hurt itself. Another thing was kind of interesting to see was seeing C.D. Lamb come out the backfield again. I don't know why they do that, but personally, I wouldn't do it. I don't know why they put him in the backfield like that, but just another wrinkle, I guess, in the playbook. But he ran 1 for 4 yards. And I just hold my breath whenever he touches the ball. As far as receiving, C.D. Lamb had 4 for 84 with 1 TD. Dalton Schultz had 6 for 79 yards. Amari Cooper had 3 for 60. Noah Brown had 3 for 36. Cedric Wilson had 1 for 35. Tony Pollard had 4 for 28. Zeke had 2 for 2 yards. So just this just tells us and shows us that we are spreading the ball around, and with the play calling and the style of offense that we're playing, it's making it very, very hard for defenses. Now, what this does, it keeps the defense from stacking the box. Because if you stack the box, we're gonna throw on it. If you drop back two safeties, we're gonna run on you. So it just opens up our offense even more. So man, I am really impressed how this offense is moving the ball down the field. It was a time we had to rely on field goals. It was a few years ago we had to rely on field goals just to get points. But man, we're doing really good. I am really impressed. But it's good to see that. I am really impressed with this offense and boy wonder. Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is calling a great game. I think he's getting more comfortable with seeing the different types of defenses and things like that. And this is again what I always say, that football is just like a chess match. You have to make all the right moves. You got to be able to pick up on the defense's weakness, and you have to play to their weakness. There's sometimes you take chances, but same thing as a defense. Defense has to find an offense weakness and try to play against that weakness. So it's a chess game. It really is a chess game. But um, overall, man, offense did real well. Defense did well. Like I say, Diggs ended up coming up with another interception along with Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown got a interception for a touchdown. So Zeke had two touchdowns. Let's see, CeeDee Lamb had one. Amari Cooper had one. And Anthony Brown had one. So again, we scored just about every quarter. If it was a field goal or if it was a touchdown, but we scored for all four quarters. So man, it was great to see. To see also Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, man. I'm telling you what, man. Knowing that Tank Lawrence is still out, and to have Gregory Lawrence, I mean not Greg, yeah, Randy Gregory on the opposite side and continue to bring the pressure like he's doing, man. I mean, good grief, he's bringing pressure on these quarterbacks, and man, he's doing it. I mean, like on a regular basis. So the defense is complementing the offense, and the offense is complementing the defense. So there was a lot going on with New York, man. So you guys do know that Saquon Barkley left the game with a left ankle injury. I don't know how bad the injury was. I like Saquon Barkley. I don't want to see nobody go down and get hurt, or that's just I don't that's not, you don't want to witness that. You don't want to celebrate when somebody get injured because it's their livelihood, it's their career. So he went down and was carted off the field. Uh, Another ankle injury. The last time it was Dak last year. Here it is now. We have Saquon Barkley. Now I hope this doesn't start a thing every time we play the Giants at home. Somebody comes up with a major injury. But not only was it just Saquon, but it was also Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, for whatever reason, he likes to run the ball. Well, whatever reason, he pulled the ball from the quarterback or something. He took around the edge, and sure enough, he met Jabril Cox, and Jabril Cox laid the wood on him. This guy, so he was carted off the field with a concussion. Kenny Galladay for the New York Giants, he was ruled out at halftime with a knee injury. Who else? So Mike Glennon came in for Daniel Jones, and that's how Trey Diggs got that pick. So you keep throwing at Trey Diggs, he gonna get you. And it's good to see that Trey is able to hold down this cornerback out there on the island by himself, man, to where it's starting to look to where it reminds me a lot of when Deion Sanders was out there. A lot of quarterbacks wouldn't throw at Deion Sanders due to the fact that they knew what he could do. And I'm thinking these quarterbacks going to learn before long that hey, You better know what you're doing if you're gonna throw it his way. Also from the Giants, Andrew Thomas was out with a foot injury. Who else? Oh, Kadarius Toney got ejected. This guy here, I have no idea. Basically, he was the lone receiver for New York Giants, and he pulled a punk move and did a sucker punch on DeAndre Kazi. But DeAndre Kazi locked him up and took him to the ground. Dude, little youngster, he's a rookie, and took him to the ground and held him down. When they broke all that, it was double personal foul. But was so funny to see when all this happened. The coach from New York ran right out there to Kadarius and said, "You get your to the locker room. Go to the locker room." In which the game was almost over, and you kind of start seeing the frustration on the Giants as they kind of start getting a little dirty and things like that. But um, you know, that's natural when it's a division game and these guys are mashing the gas on you like they were and just, doing what they want with New York Giants. So I know it's frustrating. But again, I say it again, they can keep that JG pandemic up there in New York, Jason Garrett pandemic, because we went through that pandemic for 10 years, and now it's New York's problem, not ours. But again, the score was 44-20. We looked good. I was impressed what I saw. We continue to look like we're getting stronger and stronger. We're looking better each week. So it's just good to see, man. It's just good to see that both sides of the ball are complementing one another. I did notice that it was J-Ron Curse that filled in at the linebacker position, along with Keanu Neal and Leighton Vander Esch, which I knew that was going to happen. So saw a little bit of Malik Hooker along with Kazi. So man, they had the defense was solid. Personally, I did, and I understand people say, "Well, it'd probably been a better game if Daniel Jones wouldn't have went out and Saquon Barkley." Well, that's the nature of the game. Person get hurt, we've been there. Next man up. Again, that's just the way it is. But so again, the score was 44-20. Cowboys win. We move on next week to New England. We go up to New England, playing up in New England. But guess what? We did a home standing, and we won our games at home. So that's great. But matter of fact, let me see if we are playing. Or do we play here? I'm thinking. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we got to go up to New England and play those guys, and which New England is struggling as well. So, like I say, I'm not going to disrespect them, and I'm not going to, just consider it a win, because any given day, you can have a bad game. So that's where we go on the 17th. We play at 3:25, and then the following game after that would be the Vikings. We'll have to go travel to the Vikings and play them. Also, and that's like a Sunday night game. So I'm impressed, guys. This is something that we can be excited about compared to what we had to go through last year, what we had to endure last year. So this is like a breath of fresh air to see us doing what we're doing and how we're doing it. It's a great feeling, and I'm excited. So here we are, 4-1. We got a long road ahead of us, but from what I'm seeing, we're looking pretty solid. But I want to thank everybody. Oh my gosh, this phone, I keep forgetting it. But I want to just thank everybody for taking out time to come and look, watch the video and just make sure you like the video, share the video, comment if you need be. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. What do you see that we could probably improve on, or what was your best highlight? Something. Just let me know so we can keep this thing going. It's a lot to talk about. So with that being said, guys, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen, Captain. Deuces, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And remember, if you haven't had the chance, go to our new Facebook group called Dallas Cowboys on Deck. Join that group and post your thoughts and your celebrations, your attire, whatever you want to do. That's where I get to kind of I can kind of connect a little bit more with you guys and let me know that y'all are part of the channel. You know, you're subscribers to the channel, man. I would love to, be able to, chit chat with you guys, from here, from time in and time out, whenever you have time to speak to your boy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan, Hampton. All right, deuces.